Greetings, children! Your friendly neighborhood goat mom here. Going to be playing a little more Ocarina of Time tonight. How are you feeling? If I am to be completely honest, I'm rather anxious to get started. But it seems somehow wrong to start the stream 5 minutes before when I said I was going to. I do not know how it works for people who actually know what they're doing. Oh, not far at all. Tonight is my second stream ever, and we only got past the old Deku Tree. So, tonight's stream is going to be mostly Dodongo's Cavern. And I'm fighting an urge to call them the Ding-Dang-Godongos, but I would end up sounding like that nice Mr. Boomhauer a bit too much, I think. That's correct, the Ding-Dang-Dodongos. The lizards where you have to put the dang bombs in so they go ka-dang-ka-boom. Or something. I would think that's more of a grinding noise, but you could be right. I mean, I'm not doing a very good job of these jokes. I think that's close enough. Let's move on to the actual game, why don't we? And sound. Oh, back here. I'm actually surprised. I was rather expecting we'd appear somewhere else, but I guess this is all there is at this stage, isn't it? There aren't a lot of places you can actually start in this game, is there? I mean, it's just here or the Temple of Times, the adult. That's pretty much it, isn't it? Forest folk shall not leave these woods, under penalty of turning into little leaf-faced things. Good evening and welcome. How are you doing tonight? Isn't it just the way? You go for a nice walk and you're just skeletons everywhere. Is it not? It's an old classic, one of my favorites from way back when. I was there, you know, 3,000 years ago when it was released. GoldenEye? You know, I don't think I ever played that. I never had a very close relationship with first-person shooters. Wait, you can't even get out there? Oh, that's terrible. Back in the day, back when Doom first came out, I used to like that a lot, but I think I got tired of that one, and then sort of... This was so long ago that the phrase first-person shooter wasn't even around. They called them Doom clones. Oh, heavens. I do not know, Jet Force Gemini. Oh, 40. 40, alas, is in my rearview mirror. There is a reason that I am presenting myself here as an old monster. That's actually one of the reasons I decided to start with a game from the 90s. It's not like there is a lack of desire for the nostalgia in games. It's a pretty popular thing. Tektites. A warm, concerning blanket that smells a little funny if you're really paying attention. Yes, indeed. I do not know if you would be old enough to remember this, but I have the faintest of memories for back when the first Legend of Zelda was coming out. It's the original Nintendo days. And there was this extremely strange ad that consisted almost entirely of a guy in a black turtleneck running around saying the names of the monsters from the game and being just terrified of them. They'd just go, Octoroks, and run off the side, or Levers! It was a deeply odd ad. I'm not sure what it was supposed to appeal to exactly. Oh yes? What ad was that? I do not think I actually saw any for Ocarina specifically. Oh. Well, that did not go well. ¿Por qué no les dos? It is the 21st century, and I think we can all acknowledge that it is completely possible to both play the girl and get the girl. almost. Oh, really? You had... I didn't know anyone actually had that thing. Was it fun? What could you do with that? Well, did that the hard way, but it worked. This shopkeeper gentleman is not up on the latest in current affairs. Your chief asked me to do that. Yep, they'll eat anything, those ding-dang Dodongos. I'm not going to be able to call them anything else anymore, I think. Going to need some more hearts before I try to move on from here. Ah, my nemesis. Pots. And Zelda. Yes, they do. And there is a guy that I spoke to in the previous stream who specifically said that they've become so picky they can't bring themselves to eat anything but the best gourmet rocks from Dodongo's Cavern. So that's one of the things. These guys are starving because they're picky. An interesting thing about this room. I did not know this at any point when I was playing this before, but apparently the whole deal with these is when you play the Song of Time, the time blocks don't simply disappear and reappear, they move back and forth between the timelines. I do not think anyone has seen my ribs in a very long time. I fear I've had the opposite problem of that one. Oh, I got rid of that wall, and it was only hiding a wall. On the rare occasion that the opportunity presents, yes, I have. I give very good hug, I know this. This is just getting silly. All of that for the guy who's bad at blacksmithing. Yes, there's a certain amount of exhibit to that, wasn't there? Oh, good, a pot. There! That was surely worth all the explosions. I know you're no good at this. Where is that guy? Oh, there he is. I was wondering where he was. And I found him. Doesn't actually move very fast, does he? Yes, and you wouldn't even need all of them to do that. Like, one guy could take one for the team. Oh, I missed. Did not miss that time. You know, I feel you, large man. Not the first time I've had someone say that to me. Don't stop you here. You told me to stop you. Ugh. Normally, I really like these guys, but this time around, just this time around, I'm starting to feel like the name of this race should have started with an M instead of a G. It is not charitable of me, but they're kind of doing it. Right now. Ah, here we are. I would never say it to their faces. If their faces were there, I would try to educate them and solve the problem rather than let it keep going. None of them thought to try this either. Oh. Well, I meant the version that works. The version that doesn't work, it's a very good idea if they didn't try this. Oh. I'll take it. Hi. I'd like to answer no, but alright. Well, let's see if we can't go for the cavern. Either of you have any favorites from before the 64-bit? Oh, I know that flapping. Where are you? Not in this area. Okay. Yeah, Sonic 2. First Zelda, I couldn't. But I was only a very small fuzzy cub then. I did not know what I was doing. I would try to play the first Legend of Zelda, and I would wander around randomly. Occasionally I would stumble into a dungeon and have a bad time, and that's pretty much all that happened. Yes, the floor is lava. I know, Navi. Thank you very much. Don't step in lava. That's, not really equipped for helping the gifted, is she? I remember you. Oh. Big chunky chest. Don't know why they need to explain the map every single time. I mean, it's early. It would make sense if they explained it, but it's not even the first. Oof, I do not care for those laser-faced gentlemen. Ow. Business scrub. What do you sell, other than irritation? Now, how is that supposed to work, precisely? I need to take out the Deku Shield. Get him to... This is a terrible location, too. You are a bad business scrub. Go to Clocktown. There's a guy who wants to sell out there. Much better. That's nice. I didn't even know that was going to come out of him. I guess it's just a lighting thing, but you know, I always wondered why this was the yellow one. Like, this is the only... What do they call those? Stones of Truth? Something like that. It's the only one of those weird eyeball stones in the game that looks like that. Ah, yes. And yet, wall. This one goes... Oh, finally. Oh, right. They do that. Scarecrow up there. Hey, that worked out pretty well. Oh, what was the game that scared you? Oh no, however shall I solve this conundrum? The ooze? Was it a TMNT thing, or...? Okay. I've created an annoying situation for myself. I mean, I immediately started wondering if it was a My Little Pony thing, but that was the Smooze. Different guy, I think. Do not like the bats. Ah, there we go. Sealed with a kiss. I think I better have the metal shield for this, but I don't remember clearly. Your fencing's not wonderful if you can't deal with a kid crouching. I wonder what their deal is. Do you know they might be? I don't know the actual name of these guys. I was actually just wondering, why are there lizard men here? There doesn't usually seem to be lizard men, mostly, in these games. That technique feels so terrible, and yet it seemed to work very well. Oh, wall. Why am I even surprised? Wall. Oh, that didn't hit him. I've forgotten how to make these guys work. Really? How everybody explodes down here. It's quite rude. Ding dang Dodongos. I know this one. I've played with this band before, Bernie and the Sticks. Ah. After all these years, that sound is always sweet. Push the button. Ah, the idols are back. Fortunately, I've got idol hands. I think I should not stay here for that. Oh. Did not do that very well. But I got away with it, and that's what counts. Maybe the real treasures are the things we got away with along the way. I remember this, but I'm savoring it. Our first real experience with overkill and far too much explosion. But first, the wall. All in all, you're just another bomb in the wall. Oh, wrong side. I forgot it has to go in the middle. Still satisfying, if ineffective. Ah, well, it's a video game with side quests. A certain amount of arson around is to be expected. Good. Now that we've blown the supports out from under that structure, I'm sure it will be very safe to climb. Remember, children, stay away from drugs. Always say no to pot. I mostly say no with my knife. Interesting. It occurs to me that in the final battles in this, you can't use the Z targeting because... Oops. Because Navi's not there. Because she's been sent away. And... Woo! And the only other things you can't Z-target that you're trying to hit tends to be the gold sculptures, which means for one reason or another, Navi won't play nice with those. Oh, double ladder. Say no to drugs, say yes to arson. That's right, a very specific, narrow range of crimes that we're suborning on this channel. Whew. Dangerous. In a game like this, burning hot kisses is not a romantic interlude. Oh yeah, this place. Oh, I do not care for the stabby thing. Zzz. Of course it's a wall. I don't really remember the whole place all that terribly well. I think I should have had the bomb bag by now. This definitely has an area... This area definitely has the feel of, well, you can just lay bombs yourself, can't you? No, no I cannot. Not yet. Who let all these spiky things off their leashes? Eee! Oh, leave me alone. It'll drive me batty. Whoa. Whew. That is also not fun. Happy shiny music. Well, I was hoping for the bomb bag, but okay. I'll be perfectly honest with you. The only reason I'm doing this is because it's satisfying. Ah. Where have I been? Many chests upstairs, not much down here. Very well. Upstairs I go. Yar har fiddly dee, being a pirate is alright with me. I did not know if you have seen, but the mention of piracy puts me in mind of a believe it was a Disney book. There's just a page of a meme that went around a while ago. Oh, what was that? Oh, somebody new has followed me. Welcome and thank you. Well, that is where the song came from. Yes, indeed. But I saw I think it was a Disney thing. I don't think it was Lazy Dog. I could be wrong, though. But it said something about how pirates would never take something that doesn't belong to them. And I'm like, I do not think you know what a pirate is. Greetings. Welcome. How are you doing this evening? Ow. Oh. That is also good. Yes, there is a philosophy there, isn't it? It's like a... Communist pirates. Now there's a concept. I mean, piracy as we know it is quite capitalist. Mercantilist, really. And there's very little point in trying to sail the seas and take things if everything is being shared anyway. Oh. Voici une boîte. And that was useless. Okay. Oh, that went nicely. I'm kind of surprised I got that on the first try. I am not usually that good at wall. Yeah, what's this way? Oh. I do think that the whole training us to put arrows and other projectiles into eyeballs is not ideal. But when in Rome, smash all the Roman pottery. Well, if we're going to be honest. They did, didn't they? Do you know, I've never really seen those? I saw the first one. The second one did not attract my attention immediately, and then there was the whole I don't know if I want to get any Johnny Depp on me type of situation that arrived shortly thereafter. I think they are Lizalfos, yes. Someone said that earlier. I believe they were correct. Ah. This, for lack of a word, technique that I am using is rather funny because it always looks like Link is cowering in front of them like, please don't hurt me, Mr. Lizard. No, let me show you how to hurt someone with a blade, etc. It is... it's not healthy. Not healthy. Yes, but I don't actually want to play that, but thank you very much. Okay. Where did they end up with? A total of 4, wasn't it? Movies? Oh dear, have I accidentally turned off the... I don't want to do that. Mini-map is gone, and I am not certain what I have done to it. There we go. Amongst programmer types, there is a term plocta. It stands for press lots of keys to abort. I was probably go the other way, wasn't I? Oh well. And I was sort of trying to find what I'd done to the controller to get the mini-map to disappear. It's like, oh, press lots of keys to bring the mini-map back. But I don't think plop could to boom would really has the same ring. Oh, help me Z-target it. What are you doing? Oh well. I suppose I should really learn to be a little less grumpy about these things. Aha! A big chest. Hooray! I have the kabooms! We're gonna make the earth-shattering kaboom. Oh, that's not nice. Don't be Alt F4ing people. Even if it's funny, you shouldn't do that. Oh dear. Let's... Oh, yes. I know that, but to me the interesting thing is having learned that this particular spot, this is the same texture that's used for that the sign in Super Mario 64 that people think says L is real and have spent ages trying to decipher not really anything. I always did think this was a really cute puzzle. I mean, they telegraphed it, it's not hard, but the idea of there's a giant skull and then you make both of its eyes shine, that's kind of cute. I always liked that one. Look at the wee little chest. I'm full. I can't... cannot take any more rupees, Captain. Though I probably shouldn't be trying to do accents. Yes, I know. Yeah, oh, good lord. I know, Navi, I didn't do it because I was busy doing a different thing. And now, it's a king. Oh, Natathon has followed me. Hello, welcome. Thank you. Uh-oh, Keese again. Going not too bad? It's an old favorite. Ah! I cannot say the same for the bats themselves, though. They are not favorite. Where are you? I hear you. There you are. It's very hard to hit things without the targeting, though. I am playing an old classic game because I am an old monster, and it seemed appropriate. Oh, there we go. You're gonna let me Z-target you. Where are you? Ugh. Oh well. Consolation prize. Was there a thing to push here? Or... how'd this place go? Dab. That's where I came in. So here. That was close. Burning kamikaze bats. Like, this is just... it's not okay. It's not okay. Let's see. I think I remember how this goes. How are you doing this evening, Natathon? Not bad. I've been looking forward to this. It seems to be going very well. I'm honestly surprised at how well the streams have been going, because I haven't done this before. This is my second ever. And at the risk of summoning him, in the first one I was not even visited by the dread god of technical difficulties. I think that was an efficient use of a bomb. What do you all think? Oh heavens. Do I have the luxury of having advice at this stage? I don't know. I think the most relevant piece of advice would probably be do not sweat it. In terms of don't worry too much about trying to grow audiences. The people who like you will find you. But all I can really do is repeat advice I was given. As far as the no technical difficulties type of thing, getting all the software set up, I'm just, I think, lucky in terms of, because I have worked in similar things for such a very long time. Oh, no, you don't. that when it came time to try to do this, I was like, oh, I can know how to manipulate images. I know how to work with videos. I know how to stab bats. That one turns out to be relevant, it seems. In my case, I do not know how it would be for the rest of you. But in my case, I found that making the, what? I guess branding, although I don't really like to call it that. Just the images for the, for what my stream is, and choosing the music and so forth. I quite enjoy doing all of those things. The avatar, of course, I did not. I commissioned that from the Lightsman, who I heartily recommend, especially if you happen to need pictures of Toriel. That's very fair, yes. You need to take care of yourself physically if it like hurts you to sit playing the game, or if your throat is not used to it. That will always be different for everybody, but I could not be happier with this one. It's... Spooky, scary skeletons has nothing on bloody, burning baddie bats. Anyone who is reasonably familiar with these games would be able to immediately tell that I was playing the GameCube version just by looking at that. I mean, any of the pop-ups that mention the buttons too, but this was an interesting thing. I do not know if you remember, but there was a star and moon design on the movable blocks when it was first released. And this turned out to be an egg on their face moment, because apparently the artists who produced that texture did not realize that that was one of probably the main international symbol for the religion of Islam. And they're like, oops, we've painted that on everything. Didn't mean to. I definitely still have mine. Yes, I know how to bomb. Hey, I wonder what's down there. I bet it's perfectly safe. Let's go find out. Whee! Yes, that's right. The call to prayer was in the original music in the Fire Temple. Yeah, this game specifically was just an absolute mess as far as cultural sensitivity went. Oop. Oh, I know a Goron who does that. Now, what was it they said about lava? Something about not walking on it? Yeah, walking on lava's a bad idea. Sample CDs. That's an interesting question, isn't it? I think it's just a matter of know what you're using. Hello. Oh, indeed it is a spicy meatball. Well, fortunately, Nins, it will probably be a lot easier for you to find out what any of those things actually were. And of course, anything that's like just a noise and nothing else, it's not going to be a problem. Nintendo wound up with face egg after all of that because they didn't recognize language. Oh, I've only been streaming for an hour. Made good time. We murdered that giant lizard very quickly. If they are intentionally CDs of samples, it would be rather weird if there was some kind of backlash, wouldn't it? True. Were you able to find the packages or just the CDs themselves? Although if you have the actual CDs at all, there should be enough information on the label to look at. Are they copies or the originals? Like if you have the actual original label, there should be enough information on that to look up some things about them, because people on the internet will archive basically anything. Do I have to swear at each other? I have to say, under the circumstances, I would like to ask him that question suggested earlier. Why didn't one of you just eat the boulder? Or why didn't one of you just drop the bomb flower down? You're the guys who had the bomb flowers. Oh well. It's a very pretty rock. All these years later, I still quite like this texture effect. In Electric Zoo? What is that? Climb the mountain. That just makes me think it was something from the Tron soundtrack, and I am fairly certain it was not. Good lord. Oh, this is my second stream ever. I'm not sure I'm even allowed to have VODs at all. Whoops. There we go. So would not Twitch or somebody have a few words with that particular rapping gentleman? Ugh. I'm busy, Navi! What a time to go, hey, listen, I am trying to survive an explosion. There's pyroclastic debris currently falling on my head. Cricket noises? Deeply strange. What do you have to do to enable or simply use VODs, Nate? As I say, this is only my second ever, so I don't... Like, is that a thing you have to get up to the affiliate level or whatever it is to do? Ah, okay. Good. Then I will look into that later. Oh no, not you! Oh, it's optional. Anything but Kapora Gabora. There we... No! It is excellent that you plan to 3D print an Ocarina someday. You should do that as soon as the opportunity presents. Yes, I thank you for the magic meter. Yes, that's where Din's fire is, isn't it? Okay. What else shall we do? Probably time for a good deal of faffing around. Where am I hearing spider noises? Indeed, faffing about. Because I do not think I will be playing tonight long enough to reasonably finish the next dungeon. Of course, there's a great deal of faffing must take place before you can get into Lord Jabu Jabu. Yes, let's not stay in here. This is amazing. Talking to him is optional? I opt not. Not what I meant. Oh well, it was efficient. No, 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 I said faffing. With a collection of Fs and none of them lewd. Which I suppose also exposes me to, now people know what particular game reviewer I have listened to in the past. Oh, what was for many years zero punctuation and has now become fully ramblomatic. Referring to doing a lot of nonsense in a video game as faffing about was almost a trademark of Yahtzee Croshaw. Indeed. The British guy who talks fast. Oh, what was that about? I'm not sure if that's the only place I've heard it, but it was definitely the most distinctive place I've heard it. Oh, Tektites. I do not like Tektites. Grid bug. I can climb this? That's weird. Hooray! Aha! Tech tight, but not tight enough. Never been strictly convinced that smashing the gold sculptures is really doing the right thing. But it's what you do. Yes, people are strange when you're a stranger. It's true. On we go, forward to the faffing fields. I have not yet been to Lon Lon Ranch. Does anybody know if Lon Lon is an onomatopoeia in some language? Like something an animal says? Like how I've heard that con is supposed to be the Japanese term for the sounds foxes make, which is interesting. Japanese foxes must be quite different. Well, then I suggest you find a Q-tip and clean that sin out of your ears. Oh dear. I fear that phrase is going to stick in my head for a while. Find a Q-tip and clean the sin out of your ears. Oh, it's an L hole. That's your risk, isn't it? What do you want to say in front of Goat Mom? Oh dear. You were right. I feared you may have gone too far with that one. Well, that's all right, and don't worry about it. I'm far too on the other end of the internet to actually be able to wash your mouth out or anything. I'll have to have you do it yourself. Go have a beverage. Oh, good. I can't say the word right anymore. Go have a beverage. Where do you guys shop? The fairies, I mean. There you go. Wash your own mouth out with appropriately pleasing water. Last stream made some hay about how terrible these guards are at their jobs. I mean, when Link first arrives here and first breaks in, he's not merely a 10-year-old child. He's a 10-year-old child completely unfamiliar with any of the civilization outside of the Kokiri Forest. I don't know, what is minimum wage in rupees? What's your guarantee of that? See, is this the shop or... Yes, not this yet. This guy sells pose? And fish and bugs and everything you can put in... Oh. Everything you can put in a bottle, including nuts. That's concerning. Well, let us faff to Kakariko and begin the mask trading. Where do you get a larger wallet? I can't remember now. Is that the Skulltula house? In which case it has to wait until Adult Link. Sculptures have I actually encountered anyway? 8. Very well. What are you guys doing out here again? It's odd if you think about it. The mask quest, the only real point in that is you can get the bunny hood and the truth mask, which are at least a little bit useful. But this little package of side quests is just a little bit weird. Then they went and made the entire sequel out of it. No, I didn't, because my wallet is full. And this is the thing. Like, oh, that's for your son, is it? And he stands there for the rest of time wearing it. Is there any other... Is there other faffing here? There should be some other, at least a certain amount of faff still available. Oh, this is the Skulltula house. Okay. Well, this place is terrifying. I never did do that. That's in the future, though, right? That's an Adult Link's timeline? They very carefully do not explore how he becomes an adult. It's like, oh, you've been here for 7... dying guard is in Child Link's timeline? That's odd. Does he only appear after opening the temple? Or... Because right now, there's... At least diegetically, there shouldn't be anything that would hurt a guard. Like, what would he be fighting? The dogs? Okay, then it would certainly at least have to be after getting the, after getting the, Ocarina. Probably, although if what he says is go to the Temple of Time and Ganondorf took the princess, then it would be correct for him to do so immediately after getting the Ocarina. Really, you need a different job. I have chickened badly. I was doing this fine last time. Oh, whoa. What have I forgotten for my chickening efforts? I have no idea. And now I don't care anymore. Okay. Yes, you play your happy music, but we know you're lying. See? See? It's going away. Not even going to make it there, am I? Ah. It's an interesting thing lore-wise, to be certain. I mean, why is the field so undead? That seems strange. And there's more undead here than in Majora's Mask in the Akana Valley, which is saying something. No point grabbing that. I can't. My itsy-bitsy wallet is full. Maybe they're operating on Minecraft rules? we done yet? Oh. See, they're starting to get bigger. That's the interesting thing. They get bigger when you fight them. I don't know why they come out at all, and they go straight for Link. It's like they have a bone to pick with him. Yes, I did not mean to do that. The whole mask religion thing is a little weird. I assure you, I feel like a monster most of the time. I'd want to see a really big nighttime Stalfos. Huge, swollen, bloated skeleton. Now, let's see. For this one, I believe we have to faff back to the Kokiri Woods. I probably won't go too far out of my way to try to get all of the heart pieces and whatnot. This is not a 100% run. This is an I'm streaming for the first time, dear God, what am I doing % run. Yes, so if they're too big, they're not really animated to reach you, but I regard that as a them problem. Oh. I didn't know what I would get doing that. I thought it was going to be a heart piece. That's rather nice. Oh. wonder why these guys are called Skull Kids. This is peak faffing. This is just spinning the controller. Not at the moment. Looking for a different guy, actually. In this game, they certainly do. Good evening, Matthew. How are you doing? Oh, good. Hello to you too, Pixie Kitten out there. Oh! Did you? Spoil me not, but was it good? Ah, here we are. Pixie Kitten here is the first streamer friend I had. Let me see. There we are. For my own self, not yet, although I keep thinking it might be an idea. I don't think I would be able to waste the money enough to find out, but I do wonder what would happen if I were to go back to the mask salesman and not have the money to pay. Oh? What would you do to help out, I'm curious? Oh, right, the angry face. That's terrifying. I shouldn't do that. I mean, he's scary when he's happy. Come on, you business scrub. I dread to say what he's doing. That's actually worth doing. In broad terms, it was. I know I've created one, like, private one for, like, roommates type of thing. Doesn't need a great deal of moderation. I mean, there's only so much moderation you need when, if someone happens to be misbehaving, you can literally stick your head out into the hall and yell at them. Well, I'm certainly looking forward to seeing that movie at some point. I mean, how can I not? It's Miyazaki. I wonder about the technicalities of that. Like, what does a Discord server actually mean in a technical sense? I'm certain they are not dedicated servers in terms of being physical machines. Do they actually spin up virtual machines? Does it just refer to a set of relays? Sorry, too much technobabble. I just wonder about these things. Blast it, Link. Faff faster. Yes, Navi, we're good. I haven't gotten amnesia since the last time you yelled at me. Thank you. Well, yes, I know that. Chrissy, my question just means, are they using server in terms of a program that's running, in terms of a machine, in terms of a virtual machine, or just as its own Discord meaning? Yes, you were away during that. We got the whole lava is hot lecture. Yes, I suspect that may be true. Ah, it's coming back to me. I remember who wants this. Well, no, I don't. It's just in terms of... server is such an annoying term because it is technical, but it means so many different things in different contexts. Pixie Kitten's here, so I'll make her happy in this room. It was the previous game that really established the whole smashing pots thing all the time. And they have the same design. Like, these pots have the same painting on them that were in Link to the Past. But there's definitely a certain flavor of addiction enabling to this room, I think. Oh. Every time you yell hey at me, I am spending 10 more minutes not going to the next thing on the quest list. I think the most terrifying thing about Navi is I have not actually myself gotten around to playing Skyward Sword, but I hear that the helper character in that, was it Sai? Is even worse. And that's just terrifying. Vi. It could well be. I have not played, so I do not know. But how astonishingly annoying do you have to be more annoying than the trope codifier of the annoying tutorial character? Is that an ongoing problem with that character, or? I think it was, actually. I mean, the pixies in Majora's Mask are called Tattle and Tail. Hi, Dumps. Side business. Yeah. Although they spelled it T-A-T-L and T-A-E-L, they were Tattle and Tail. Yes, Stompe. Make my hole. Now, which one had... One of these guys had the heart, but I can't remember which one. Thought it was that one with the flowers, but it doesn't seem to be. Phi with an F. All right. Ah, well, that's very normal. A lot of strange skeletons here. What other context could possibly include a phrase like "make my hole"? I am totally innocent myself, obviously. It is time for din-dins. Yes, well, you think that's difficult to make innocent. Every time I encounter one of the scrubs and they are just not actually proceeding with the attack I'm supposed to bounce back, I keep thinking, would you hurry up and blow your nut at me? And it's just, it feels wrong even in my brain. Of course it could never be intentional. It's quite impossible. I could not possibly be any more innocent. Okay. That's why I faffed in here, because I'm really tired of dealing with the Stalfoses. Stalfosim? Skeleton dudes. Stalfoses. I always wonder if the names of these guys was a mistranslation. They're called Redead, and it's like, was it supposed to have been undead to begin with? What's interesting over here exactly? Yes, well, I would have less of a difficult time dealing with them if they weren't quite so singular and plural all the time. What's so strange about Dark Nut? It is simply a nut that is dark. Been playing for a while. I'll probably be done soon. Not quite done yet, though. Oops, no, don't slice the kid. Sell him a mask. It's a very different process. Yes, I think it probably was, too. Kid had some cash. Thank you kindly. I commissioned that from the Lightsman, and then actually photoshopped and animated it myself, but the original work was his. And truly it's beautiful. Could not be happier with it. That is the idea. I flatter myself to think there is some truth to it. One thing I would like to do in the future, probably not long after I finish with Ocarina of Time, is to do some streams doing something else instead, especially reading stories. I thought that might be really nice. I have always wondered, why is it that reading stories to someone is something that people tend to only do if it's to a very small child or to someone who is really sick or something, because it's really pleasant. I mean, it's nice to have someone read a story to you. I think that's part of why audiobooks do so well. no one should have any shame in admitting it. It's really nice. Oh yes? Got any favorites to recommend, Nate? You are in a stream watching someone dressed up as a goat play a video game. I agree with you. Childish things are fun. Let me see. I find myself doing a very similar thing. Like, I read a lot of fiction novels and such like, but, oops, no, not you. We would have to see. But yeah, history books. I find I read a lot of, or listen to nonfiction as well. Especially a whole series of books by Mary Roach. And, oh, one of my very favorites is the actual audiobook of The Disaster Artist. The book of Greg Sestiro's memoir of the circumstances leading up to and the creation of the terrible 2003 bad movie forever classic, The Room. Now, where is that guy? He's out here somewhere. Well, now that's interesting. The Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy audiobook or the Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy radio show? They are not the same. Perhaps he's a daytime thing. Ah, well, here comes the sun. Da 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 da. Here comes the sun. Teasing Stalfos. Now, where is Scrambly Dude? Bunny Hood doesn't make him faster in this version. Interesting. I haven't heard American Gods as an audiobook. I've read it in its original novel form. That was very good. Yeah. Too bad about the TV series. It started off really well, but then they kept changing showrunners and just made a mess of it. That sounds like a good idea. Fruity Loop Studio? Yeah, that sounds like an excellent idea for a style of stream. I haven't seen. I mean, I'm no expert, but I haven't heard of one quite like that. I'm running around in the desert trying to find the walking dude. Feeling very Roland at the moment. Uh-oh. Pea-hat. No, leave me alone. It was not me that peed on your hat. Maybe you could streamline it with a voting bot. So there's like, rather than just infinite suggestions, there's a handful of them you can have everyone vote on, and just don't include the amen break if you've had it enough. No? Oh, okay. The level of faff out here is getting dangerously extreme. I shall unbun myself. You know, there's beating the monsters easily, and then I think there's the disrespect I just showed them. I am thinking of that one scene from Office Space, if any of you remember that movie. Lumberg is all like, what's happening? And Peter just walks completely around him and doesn't even respond. Blub. Blub. Yeehaw. Oh, it's Kaporky Georgi. Oh. It's one of those interesting design decisions. The Zoras were in all the games prior to this, but this was the first one that made them NPCs instead of enemies that spit horrible things at you. For Kaporgal Galorpal, that was actually pretty short. On the one hand, it feels like I should have more respect for a teacher, but on the other hand, he's such a bad teacher. Like, do better. I should buy a few of these. Yeah, because someone keeps buying them, right? Yes, I think I might know who that was. Don't even want to plant that bean yet. Come here. No, don't attack. Grab. There we are. I definitely do not mean to attack. That's a bad idea with these guys. Attack the cuckoos, you're going to have a bad time. I don't remember offhand the way to do that. Yeah, the froggies are in there. I imagine it did not. That seems like one of the situations where you could actually get the whole chickens come to... Oh, come back here. I guess that's what the chicken was for. Alright, I'm gonna do it. No, don't stare at the coin. Climb. It's so shiny, I can't take my eyes off it. Are we close to... Is that 9 or 10? Oh, good. That was faulty old goat memory is what that was. I remembered there was a reason to bring the chicken, but not what the reason was. I thought it was necessary to actually get to Zora's domain, and it's not for that. Right. Chicken. Look, I got an order of chicken to go. Good, then it landed correctly. She's probably still a little grumped at me from all of the puns that I committed on her stream the other night. I could not have been more ruthless had I had a daughter named Ruth who was kidnapped. There we go. Now let us faff forward unto the domain of Zora. It's closed up again. That's inconvenient. Very well. Should stay open. I need to put a doorstop in this waterfall. What would be a doorstop for a waterfall? Like a very big sponge? I appreciate the music in here. It's not so much that it's a particularly excellent song inherently, but it fits the scene well, and somehow it manages to still work when it's frozen. Like something about this song, even though it's got a generally tropical feel, still works in the future when the Zora's domain is all frozen over. Ah, it's King Ornk Ornk Ornk. Yes, indeed. Whee! Well, that's rather interesting. Were they sampled, or were they in fact using the MIDI generation? These were the games of the MIDI generation, so to speak. And yes, indeed, Matthew. Whee! Sploosh. Cool. Let me see. Was I supposed to... Well, that's how effort goes, Matthew. Yes. Your reward for working hard is giving more things to work. I don't remember how to get a reaction from him. Pretty sure it's not throw a bomb at his face, although that would get a reaction. Huh. Well. I think I am nearly done. I'm going to go see if I can trade in the first 10 sculptures. I think it's every 10 up till 50 and then 100 for the sculptures, right? Oh! Octorock to the mush. If you successfully dodge out of the way of those, it's Octorock and roll. I would like to be able to say that I am sorry, but you voluntarily came to a Toriel stream. There will be puns. Ooh. Rolling on the river. Let's see, it was here, was it? Yes! Aha! You're slightly less cursed than before, although, let's face it, still somewhat cursed. Ah, excellent. And I think... yes. I am feeling the need to go deal with the occasional physical requirement, and finish Dodongo's Cavern. I think I am just about ready to be done for tonight. Because we did Dodongo's Cavern, and then faffed like we'd never faffed before. Although, oh yes, there will be more faffing in the future. The faff is inevitable. I think there's... nope, they don't actually have a button for it. Very well. I shall use my own buttons for it. And music. think that went very well. Thank you all so very much for joining me. That was really nice. Thank you kindly. But tell me, before I go, is there anything else? I'm very, very happy to hear you had fun. Do you have any suggestions? Because I would like to hear that. What can I do better? Nobody has any ideas of what I could do better. I'm going to call that a compliment, and I think I will also call that a night. Thank you all very, very much for joining me. I really appreciate it. You're right. I think I shall have to look into that. That's an excellent idea, Nins. Thank you, and thank you all very much. Good night.